So my chapter is on getting to one planet living. The focus is on how to reduce energy and materials consumption by, in our case, a factor of 4, which is 75% reduction. We need to do this in order to reduce our demand on nature services, in order to live within the ecological carrying capacity of the planet. My chapter, which is co-authored with William Rees, Professor Emeritus from the University of British Columbia, looks at Vancouver as a case study. So Vancouver is known for sustainability. Vancouver wants to be the greenest city in the world. But Vancouver, the average person is still living far above nature's carrying capacity. So for Vancouver to get to sustainability would require radical changes. We would pretty much have to abandon the consumption of red meat, or at least cut it in half, reduce our dairy consumption as well as bottled beverages, trying to reduce waste in our food system, and especially waste post-purchase, so not letting things rot in the fridge or burning in the freezer. The other thing we need to do is eliminate motor vehicle transportation, at least for personal motor vehicles in the city. So car-free cities is an important piece, and reducing our air travel. Some of these things seem like crazy changes, but we're not done yet. We also have to improve the energy efficiency in our building stock by at least 40% and move to fossil-free energy. I don't know how we're going to be able to live life as we know it today with that kind of constraint. Finally, we need to reduce the amount of consumable goods that we purchase. An interesting fact is that for every piece of material you touch in consumable goods, 97% more energy and materials went into its manufacture. So finding ways to share or rethink if you even need that product to begin with would be a very important step in the right direction. So I summarize it as closet-dwelling vegans on bikes, which is a bit of a euphemistic way to say, in order for us to achieve sustainability, we have to change our cultural value system and begin to put emphasis on building and designing cities that don't rely on the automobile, that are passive solar to the greatest extent, that use thermal massing to the greatest extent, so we can radically reduce our energy intake. We also have to probably get unhooked from gadgets, at least making our gadgets do a lot more work and reducing paper consumption. So in Vancouver, we recycle 75% of our paper. That helps us reduce our ecological footprint substantially, but we would need to actually avoid paper transactions, so no receipts, bank statements, things like that. If we could do all of that, we're still stuck, because government services, something that we all benefit from, account for an important percentage of the footprint, about 20% more. And that's things like the military and the mint. So true sustainability requires some effort or engagement by civil society with their governments to change the way that we think about even big things like global peace. Not peace through strength or force, but peace through reciprocity and sharing, something that we need to aspire to, that many of our past leaders have said that they valued, and we need to get back to those core fundamental beliefs in a sustainable future that's socially just.